right, hello everybody. Hopping in to some more Control. Picking up where I left off, trying to kill Tomasi, I think it is. He's been kicking my butt. Kicked my butt for almost an hour earlier. We're gonna try it again this time. See if I can't figure out what the heyo to do. Leave me alone, all these evil people. I got a kiss. Ow. Someone shot me. That was your fault. Uh-oh. 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 These guys are a pain in the butt when they have so much health. Where did the... They all got eaten up by that guy, huh? He did. Okay.
There you are.
Someone's calling me. Yeah. Where are these explodey boys? Oh my god, 5,000 text messages. Just die already! Oh my god, just die! Mere health. this guy at? Yeah.
There. I guess the Bureau should start looking for a new head of communications.
There's still more enemies down here. Who else? Still in combat. Did it! Needed to rely on my telekinetic ability. That was a pain in the butt, though. Pain in my tuchus. Shield boost. Anything to loot, 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 loot. Not this. Nothing underneath. This meteorite, huh? Tropic Echo. Anything else in here? Any documents? Anything? Just darkness. More darkness. And tops of things. Huh. Oh, it's just a radio. Blech. Oh, I can go in there maybe? Yeah. Maybe that'll have something worthwhile. Doesn't look like there's anything out here. What's this? Document. Sterling summary. Let's see here. Sterling. A paranatural object appeared in a field outside the town of Sterling, Colorado, near a billboard advertising redacted. No civilians were injured, though a family dog has been reported as missing since the event. Event response. Local authorities arrived on the scene and began issuing orders over a monitored line of communication, using several watchwords flagged by the Bureau, including redacted. Bureau agents from the regional office were dispatched and arrived 2 hours after local police. The situation was contained and analysis began. Bureau research staff arrived the next day and examined the object. After redacted days of evaluation, the object was lifted into an enclosed truck with built-in BlackRock panels and relocated to Bureau headquarters via the subway transit system leading into the oldest house. It told me a whole lot of nothing. A whole lot of nothing at all. Let's see if there's something up in here, huh? Door. A couple of things in here. Recorded audio and a document. Personal or energy boost. Alright, let's see what this one says. Sterling supplement. Local witnesses report a bright flash in the field at approximately redacted. No noise accompanied the light. Authorities had assumed the object fell from the sky, but our examination found the object actually manifested there, vaporizing the soil around it in an intense spherical redacted, which possibly explains the light seen from the town. The object is a hollow sphere made of a stone-like material. Structural analysis of the material does not redacted on record. The sphere has a broken portion, as if something redacted from the object. The object has been inactive since arriving at the Bureau. Flamingo. The communications department officially stated to the press that the object was a small meteor, while also using the America Overnight program to redact it. Note, this AWE will be studied in the containment sector until the spherical object is deemed safe to be transferred to the investigation sector. Wait, was something came out of it? I didn't see a hole. Maybe at the top? I see nothing. Is there a hole at the top? Let's see here. No. Lies, there's no hole in here. Unless it was on the bottom part, I don't know. Lies. Okay. Let's listen to the audio.
You're listening to America Overnight, now in our 29th year, lifting the veil between fiction and reality.
All right.
Thank you for staying on with us.
All right. So back to Emily. Yo, Emily. What's your Emily, let me talk to you.
Need something?
I took care of the Tomasi problem. Sorry, I forget he was a coworker.
Don't apologize. That wasn't the real Tomasi. He died when the hiss got him.
You're right. I just didn't want to be insensitive.
Sentimentality is a weakness in situations like these, Jesse. That's Bureau 101.
I don't think Emily's in danger of being called sentimental.
No. Drowning in ability points over here, man.
I should get going.
Don't let me hold you up.
Throw me some freaking ability points. Let's see here. What more can I spend stuff on? Melee damage, ground slam damage, seizing, build strength, maybe. I guess that's all I have left, really. How about my mods? Can I upgrade my mods? I still haven't found any shifting fragment. Oh, no, I have to look at my missions now. M for missions. Investigate the sector elevator. Put a record on it. Use a token. Don't want to do that. Cleanse and contain the flamingo. Where's that one at? Go. Containment sealed threshold corridor. Containment. See if I can find the flamingo. Flamingo. it be obvious when I see it? Flamingo. Came in from there, right? Over here. Whoa.
That's got to be an altered item.
Ooh. Bad flamingo. Uh-oh.
This thing again.
Uh-oh. Where you at, big boy?
Got into another altered item. What does this thing want? Is it fighting the boar?
Uh-oh. Oh. Oof. Whoa, what just happened? It just destroyed part of the level? Don't know what happened there. Let's see, it was back this way, right? Yeah. Backyard, backyard, backyard.
That's got to be an altered item.
Wait for my energy to come back.
This thing again. You got into another altered item. What does this thing want? Is it fighting the boar?
So I'm confused here on what happened. Uh-oh. Ow. What happened? Last time I got like flung out. Ow. Oh.
I never did like flamingos. Too pink.
Huh. I did it. I did it. Return to Langston. Oh no. Always these guys are so annoying. Still under attack, or... Oh shit. Alright. Return to Langston. That's in containment. That is secure. No. Yeah. That would be This one. The Panopticon. Sure. To turn around and go right back over to Langston. Langston. Turn around. All dead.
Listen to this. Containment failure in Panopticon cell 69. Get it? 69.
I do not see what is humorous about an escaped paranatural entity originating from cell 69, sir.
But you just said it. Come on, you guys. It's funny.
Awkward.
Every altered item on your list is now back in the Panopticon, safe and sound.
That's a load off my mind. Missing altered items don't exactly reflect well on me, you know. Did they give you any trouble?
The flamingo pulled me into the astral plane just like the fridge did. That same creature was there.
I was looking over the old activity reports, and multiple items had been displaying much more destructive behavior in the past few weeks. There's some connection there, I bet, but it's a bit above my pay grade.
Well, something to keep an eye on.
And if I have any more runaways, I'll know just who to call.
I guess this is my life now.
3 more ability points.
I'll see you later, Langston.
I'll be here, like always.
Alright, might as well go this way. So I got 3 more points. I'm gonna try this one. Sure. Okay. What other quests or missions do I have? A dark place. Investigate the sector. In the executive. Okay. Central exec. My neck. See what we got going on in the elevator of evil over here.
Best of luck.
Darkness engulfed the elevator. There was something there, reaching for her, trying to make her act. It was a distress call. Faden sensed a drowning man, a hunger in the dark. Investigation sector.
Investigation sector, huh? We should check this out.
Am I a story within a story? Investigations. Have I never been to investigation sector? I don't think I have. My gun right away, which is not great. Don't like that either. Oh. Oh boy, he is very dark. He's dark. He's... Oh.
Hello? Anyone here?
Guess not.
They're all dead. What we got going on here? Missing agents. Mr. Kirkland, here are our latest agents confirmed missing, presumed dead from the containment breach yesterday. Letters of condolences will be delivered to you to sign prior to sending them to their families. You will be updated as soon as additional confirmations are made. Also, per your request, a network engineer checked how many cases were backed up digitally. Unfortunately, a large number of active investigations were not archived yet, and the only hard copies of reports exist behind the firebreak. They're lost, I'm afraid. Case files. Okay, Pink Flamingo. Nothing unique required. Unverified. Hello. A plastic pink flamingo lawn ornament. 2 steel prongs extend from its underside. The item is suspected to influence atmospheric physics, altering meteorological phenomena in the area. This effect is currently unconfirmed. New altered effect has been observed. America overnight stuff. Hotline.
Darkness engulfed the elevator. There was something there. A presence. Jesse Faden could hear it. A call. It was faint, reaching for her from a dark place. Faden was sensitive to visitations. She had them all the time. From her guiding star and the previous director. She was the perfect receiver. As if she'd been made for this. Faden paused to feel it. The force at play here. It was changing things around her, subtle, trying to make her act. Faden didn't like that. Her guide felt it too. Polaris didn't flare up in defense as with the hiss. So it wasn't all bad. Not a hostile transmission. It was powerful, but it was coming from far away. And made weak because of the distance. It was a distress call. Faden sensed a drowning man. A man desperate to escape. She sensed something else, too. A hunger in the dark. Not unlike the hostile resonance. Waiting. She knew that desperate acts can have grim consequences. It was this, more than the man's despair, that made her follow the call. The elevator lights winked back on. The darkness receded like a memory. There was a new button on the elevator control panel. Investigation Sector. Faden pressed the button. The elevator doors slid shut with practiced bravado.
Interesting.
Seems a lot more crowded than the rest of the Bureau.
Oh my god, it's a whole nother area. Oh, I'm way over here. Okay. This is huge. What's my main mission here? Dimensional research is where I'm supposed to go. So is this entirely a side area then? It's over here. I see stairs leading up to that room. It's dark. How can I get this floodlight powered on? Turn it on. Wish it would turn on that power. No. Casey inquiry. Mr. Dennis, a request came through recently from an FBI agent asking for all our files on Bright Falls, specifically on the disappearance of the author Alan Wake. Per the Interagency Information Exchange Agreement, I had some paper pushers gathered up a folder of all pre-approved files. Don't worry, all the inappropriate material is either missing or redacted. But I'm writing to let you know that we received this request from a special agent named Alex Casey. Sounds familiar, right? That's because Alex Casey is the name of the fictional detective in those hard-boiled crime books Alan Wake wrote. Pretty interesting that an FBI agent sharing a name with the most famous character Wake wrote is looking into a case dealing with a writer's fiction coming true. I think this is worth looking into, but what's your opinion? Just give the word and I'll start surveillance on this guy. Interesting. Darling investigation. Per authorization from Mr. Kirkland, internal investigation was launched into the ethical practices of Dr. Casper Darling, head of research. Despite the accounts of anonymous redacted regarding inhumane treatment of a redacted currently housed in the Bureau, our official findings regarding this were inconclusive. Numerous obstacles arose during this investigation. The majority of redacted sector personnel seemed to be wholly unaware of any such redacted contained there. One redacted confirmed the redacted's codename to be redacted, but all files pertaining to that name were inaccessible, being classified under the highest clearance level. Investigators were similarly blocked from entering the redacted research wing to interview its staff. The matter was further complicated by the lack of clarity on whether non-human paranatural entities warrant humane treatment. While this investigation cannot address any charges against Dr. Darling, we do recommend an investigation into redacted research. Dimensional research, I'm assuming. Very dark in here. Firebreak, head office, okay. This staffing issue. Mr. Dennis, so yes, there's an increase in AWU cases, and yes, it would be a good idea to put together a special task force to examine exactly why that is. However, it seems that a tiny detail has slipped through the cracks. We don't have the damn staff. If you expect us to detect, investigate, and process more AWE cases, you need to give us more people. It's simple math. Between the staff we lost in the Hartman thing, and the ones who left for other departments after Kirkland quit, we are barely managing to keep up with the workload. Hell, just filing the paperwork for all the altered items we left behind in the sector has been an ordeal. Another thing, and this is going to sound paradoxical, but we have an overcrowding situation. This lobby isn't meant to accommodate a whole sector's worth of staff. We put forward a motion to move investigations to a more suitable location months ago. It better not still be sitting on your desk. The people are getting restless, and as Kirkland's interim replacement, it's your job to handle it. Resignation letter. To whom it may concern, it is with great anger and regret that I tender my resignation as head of investigations for the Federal Bureau of Control. I do this in protest of the rampant disregard for my department's redacted. My staff cannot continue to work in these conditions. Previous requests and warnings have fallen on deaf ears, so I must rely on my actions to speak louder than my words ever could. I am blaming this situation on our redacted, who has routinely ignored my request for assistance in reclaiming the parts of the investigation sector lost to the redacted loose inside. I will never forget the screams of brave agents begging for us to open the firebreak. I will carry that shame for the rest of my days. The redacted has failed his agents. I shall never forgive him for that. It is so dark. Tractor supplement. Miscommunication led to a local coroner examining the body of William Burrow. Male, Caucasian, 33-year-old man found dead on his property. Remains obtained for coroner's office also include blood, urine, bile, stomach contents, and bone fragments. Autopsy findings. Blunt force trauma to the head, lacerations left ear and cheek, blunt force injuries to the extremities, dislocation of the right knee, complete avulsion of the right upper extremity with associated fracture of the proximal right humerus, extensive trauma in the abdominal region, complete avulsion of multiple organs, including stomach, heart, liver, pancreas, kidneys, and damn portions of the large and small intestine, all missing from the scene. Conclusion: it is my opinion that Mr. Burrow's death is not the result of a mechanical accident as claimed by authorities. The removal of organs is consistent with animal attack. Huh. That's powering something over here. Let's see, Keystone inspection. Mr. Kirkland, we stopped at Keystone on our way to the target AWE, like you asked. I'm sending my report directly to you to try and keep a lid on this Grumman Morales desertion issue. We didn't find any signs of them there. Given their records, it is possible they've switched teams like you suspected, but I don't think that's the case. An event definitely occurred here in Keystone, and I think Grumman and Morales got caught up in it. The entire population has vanished into thin air. Reminds me of the Ordinary case, but that was just the adults, if I'm remembering the file correctly. This is different. I think our guys are casualties, not traitors. If it was an AWE, it seems to be over. We walked through the whole town, and the only strange thing we noticed were markings on various buildings. 2 overlapping circles with a dot in the shared space. Could be unrelated. I'll show you the pictures when I get back. In the meantime, you should send a team out here to cordon this place off and maybe get the comms guys working on a cover story. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Anything on the ceilings? No. A thing for charging. Oh. Wants me to go down there. Tractor procedures. Item is not in Bureau custody. None. What? Burroughs tractor. Item is not in Bureau custody. None known. Frank Elk tractor, olive green, dried blood on the grill when last seen. Item is capable of vocalized responses or growls and unmanned locomotion. Considered highly aggressive and dangerous. Ooh, do I get to fight a tractor? The item first came to the Bureau's attention after the death of William Burrough, owner of the Burrough farm outside of Trenton, Texas. Local authorities arrived on scene after an employee found the mutilated body of Mr. Burrough beneath his tractor. Police arrived but were immediately driven away by the tractor. Panic calls to federal authorities were intercepted by Bureau communication staff. A team was dispatched. Upon arrival, the agents approached the item, responded by growling like a bear. 3 agents were injured when they tried to detain the item, which escaped. Aerial searches for the item are ongoing. Speaking to Mrs. Burroughs only revealed that she had a domestic altercation with Mr. Burrough earlier that night of the accident. Whether these events are connected is currently unknown. Okay. Some sort of weird barrel tractor. Ethics investigation. Per authorization from Mr. Kirkland, internal investigation was launched into the legality of the Prime Candidate Program, redacted by the Federal Bureau of Control. Since all known subjects relevant to the investigation used executive privilege to decline interviews, very little first-hand information was gathered. However, anonymous sources and documentation declassified by Mr. Kirkland both painted an alarmingly clear picture of systematic redaction and redacted. Redacted were brought into the oldest house and placed under redacted examination and testing, with the aim of appointing one as director upon maturity. This program has produced no successful cases and only resulted in the traumatic redacted of preternaturally inclined redacted. Not only is this in breach of the ASH Act, but it flies in the face of basic human redacted. This investigation team unequivocally redacts the Prime Candidate Program and recommends that it be redacted immediately. Yeah, because they're pretty much torturing the dude. Give me that.
There. Now that gate should open.
I didn't realize there was a gate somewhere that was not open. It's so goddamn dark in here. Door. Gate. This one? Yeah. Anything else out here? Let's see here. Sector head office. Wait. No, it's up that one. Okay. Cauldron Lake update. To Chief Investigator Dennis, it happened again. 3rd time this year. Something certainly has it out for our redacted. Could be raccoons. The locals certainly complain about them enough. But why the hell would raccoons keep going in after a monitoring station? Doesn't add up. Anyway, I've got a bureau tech going to the site next week to take a look. Next on the list of recurring problems is the staff at the Lake House Research Station. How am I supposed to effectively keep an eye on Redacted Lake if they won't let me see any data? Hell, I don't even know what they're researching out there. We need to petition them again to share their info with investigations agents. It's only a matter of time before this redacted hits again, and I want to be prepared. Anyway, if anyone at HQ asks why the Bright Falls report is a little thin this month, tell them it's because we couldn't take any readings. In the meantime, I might investigate some raccoon traps. Invest in some raccoon traps. Interesting. Sector head office. There's lots of stuff in here. Well, let's start here. Director Investigation. Per authorization from Mr. Kirkland, Redacted was launched into the Redacted of Director Zachariah Trench. A recent change in Redacted witnessed in Director Trench, including aggressive Redacted when Redacted with other staff has been observed. However, this investigation is aimed at interpreting the issue rather than proving it. Notable Redacted between Director Trench and Dr. Darling has been witnessed by numerous Bureau staff. Although both declined to meet for an interview on the matter, witness accounts suggest their arguments center around the Dimensional Research Wing and the redacted kept inside. However, no evidence exists to confirm Director Trench's redacted as anything more than an interpersonal disagreement. This investigation has concluded that Director Trench's behavior is not indicative of any redacted and that his fitness to lead is not in question. Trench. Kirkland, I am growing tired of your blatant attempts to lay your incompetence at my doorstep. I know you want this to be true, but you are head... Wait. I know that you want this to be true, but you are head of investigations. This failure is your responsibility. What do you think would happen holding a dangerous specimen in investigations? The containment sector exists for a reason. They are better trained and better equipped for this type of work. In fact, they have admirably taken on certain AWE monitoring responsibilities that your staff are no longer capable of. This happens more and more now. And don't think your petty internal investigations have gone past my notice. You are a worm. Everything I've done has been for the benefit of the Bureau. The Prime Candidate program only failed because of Darling. You are both failures, plotting against me. You are traitors, but the truth will emerge out of you. You are choosing to become my enemy, Kirkland. You don't want to be. Ooh, it's a bit of an unhinged letter there. Ooh. Chest. Shaded facet. Interesting. And what is this? Underhill background. Dr. Rhea Underhill is a professor at the University of Woodrow in the United Kingdom, where she teaches biology with a focus on botany. Dr. Underhill once worked with the Bureau as a parabotanist stationed in the research sector of the oldest house. She served with no incidents or demerits and is praised by those who formerly worked with her, including Dr. Darling. Dr. Underhill has no known connection to paracriminal organizations or any record of breaching her NDAs since leaving the Bureau. Her civilian behavior has been ideal, with the exception of an ongoing personal relationship with Dr. Darling that appears to have begun during their time as co-workers in the research sector and revisited intermittently ever since. Depending on the duration of her work in the oldest house, it may be required to have both parties sign a relationship clearance form. This investigation has found no compelling reason to deny Dr. Darling's request to offer Dr. Underhill an interim position within the aim of finding a solution to the mold threshold issue. Oh man, they were bumping uglies. Well, hopefully she wasn't moldy. That would be gross. She's a very moldy woman. God, every time the AC turns on, it freaks me out. Alright, nothing on the ceilings. Just watching you through all these monitors, huh? God, it's so dark. Alright. Specimen escape assessment. The purpose of internal investigation is to determine the containment failure of specimen SI-1 that resulted in the deaths of redacted agents. Probably a lot. An inspection report of the containment equipment 3 days earlier showed no faults. Investigators suspect human error to be the cause, yet no department has provided any evidence to support this. Technicians were able to recover the researchers' notes on the specimen from the internal network. On the redacted of redacted, the specimen began displaying a sharp increase in aggressive redacted. Cross-referencing that data with various logs found that only two events inconsistent with the sector's daily routine. 1, the air filters were changed, and 2, an hour prior to the incident, a civilian named Alice, redacted, entered the sector regarding an unrelated investigation. Given their connection to the same AWE case, it is likely that Mrs. Redacted's presence is relevant to the specimen's escape and to the redacted. Investigation is ongoing. That Burroughs? Mrs. Burroughs? Alice Burroughs? We're chasing after John Deere tractors. Is that what's going on? Tractor of evil! Boom. We upgrade anything yet? I still have not gotten any shifting fragments. Alright. Let's see here. What do I have for my load out? Get filled back up with junk ones. Junk. 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 I'm gonna use that. Energy boost. I need that. Health element pickup would be nice. This one is, my health one is 39. I'm gonna get rid of this 36% one. C speed, don't care. Shield, don't care. Health, activate energy, don't care. Energy, don't care. C speed, shield, health pickups. Just health. I guess I can get rid of all these. Okay. What about Parsonum? I have a better attack one? No. Get rid of that. It's level 2s. After a kill, damage on low health. While levitating, accuracy. Spin, shatter. Pierce, shatter. Charge, spins. Okay.
I'm no detective, but something definitely happened here.
Yeah. Yo, mama. Let's see here. Blessed organization. This group or individual has operated outside of the Bureau's notice for decades, perhaps longer, displaying a level of skill and caution rarely seen in paracriminal groups. A review of past cases has found various mentions of their activities over the years. In 2016, a production company called Blessed Pictures was connected to an altered item case, as well as the death of an agent from exposure to illicit paranatural materials. In 1994, a Los Angeles-based public speaker named Chester Bless was involved in the illegal use of an altered item. In 1988, a business called Blessed Repair and Service was suspected of involvement with an object of power case, perhaps even creating it. None of these businesses or individuals have ever been located. However, their connection to appearances of altered items and objects of power is too direct to be considered circumstantial. An arrest order has been issued for any person believed to be involved with the Blessed organization. Alright, to the motel we go. Let me in. Guess not.
Do we know each other? This feels familiar. I can't seem to... I've forgotten it. I'm sorry. My name is Alan Wake.
Huh. What's going on? There's two of them.
Who are you? Who are you? Do I know you?
I'm your friend Tom. Tom Zane. There's nothing to worry about.
Tom. The poet. The diver. You look different.
That was just a role. A character. The protagonist I played in my old film. I'm a filmmaker. An auteur like yourself. We're working on this together, remember? An artistic collaboration. You need a drink. Ippis.
endless darkness. Nothing holds still.
But we're very close now. You've been riding. We found a way to escape. It'll work this time.
Riding?
You found a way!
No. I don't... Wait,
What's going on?
there's something. It's my double. He's out there. I've seen him.
Yeah. Nothing to worry about. I'm dealing with it. It's fine, my friend. Let me handle him.
You've met him? What the hell?
Now, come on. You misunderstand me.
That was Alan Wake, the writer who went missing in that AWE case I read about. What's he doing here?
Stuck in the room with the swirlies.
Thomas Zane was with him. The poet. No, wait. He was a filmmaker. I always remember that wrong.
I need to find the room with the 3 circles. Right, there's the one I'm supposed to go to. This one right here. It's very creepy. Leave these doors open. Casino. Thought I heard a roulette wheel. Okay, what happens if I open up this door right here? Door. Locked. Alright, let's see what crazy thing happens when I click the button. Interesting. I need to turn off all this stuff. Let's see outside. This door. Or light switch. Okay. Any other doors open? This one. Turn it all off. Oh. Enough. Waiting for there to be a jump scare in here somewhere at one point.
Dr. Emil Hartman, devoured by hungry darkness, became the thing that had been Hartman. Broke loose, killed everyone it could, lurking, roaming, waiting. Then something else came. A resonance. The thing that had been Hartman went through another change.
Trying to get these names all mixed up. Let's see. Really don't. Picture. Let's see what we got going on here. Collectibles, hotline.
Dr. Emil Hartman was desperate. The Federal Bureau of Control had stolen his life's work. This was his last chance, his final experiment. What he'd been too scared to do before. Hartman dove into the lake, was taken, devoured by hungry darkness, became the thing that had been Hartman. Only an echo of him remained, fragmented impulses on autoplay, violent, bloodthirsty darkness in the driver's seat. Emerging from the lake, the thing was captured by the FBC. Brought in, contained, studied. The thing broke loose, killed everyone it could. The FPC fell back and sealed the sector. The thing was alone in the dark, lurking, roaming, waiting. Then something else came. Not darkness, but similar enough. A sound. A resonance. It shouldn't be a surprise. If there's one, why not another? The darkness inside the thing could have been immune, could have resisted, fought, could have been passed by, passed through with no effect. But it didn't, and it wasn't. Maybe it had grown weaker over time, not aged. It was timeless, but weaker with no link to its source. A metamorphosis followed. The thing that had been Hartman went through another change.
Oh boy, is that what I'm going to be running myself into over here? Oh, they destroyed it too, so they couldn't get over here. Oh, that's not good. Oh. Interesting. So I do have to go over there. Okay. I have to go over there. Interesting. Nothing going on here. Something tried to break out, it looks like. I'd like to land there. Leave me alone. Here. Rah! Oh, there's a lot of blood right there. What happens if I go back here? Ooh. Booby.
Creepy, damp, and abandoned. Why did Wake want me to come here?
It's rather damp here, isn't it? Shit's randomly floating around. The filing, processing, and operations center. These bathrooms. Chest. Crappy and don't like that. Really don't like that. Maybe I live in the bathroom now, huh?
That doesn't look like a house shift.
No, it doesn't.
I even want to know.
What's going on here? Anybody in here? I mean, they're probably dead by now. Nobody? Nobody made it here? Use accelerator. Filing and processing. Spoopy. Spoopy, spoopy, spoopy. Horse.
course, the Hiss are already in here.
Hiss are everywhere. But to gossip. My feet gossip at night, and now I have to wear shoes to bed. Sincerely me. Damn feet gossiping. Confiscated motor. That living drawer. Get back here. See a chest in there though. I hurt myself. I hurt myself. This is all weird. Doesn't look like I can push any of this stuff. Not sure how I'm supposed to. I see things in there. Let's see, did I read this one yet? Hartman's arrest. Hartman Emil Hartman. Victim names: Alan Wake, Anderson, Tor, Anderson Odin, redacted, Lane Rudolph, Wendy Thomas, redacted. Officer names: Dennis, Special Agent Remy. Charges: kidnapping of altered individual, sanction against altered organization, obstruction of peer investigation, breaching the Ash Act. The offender's property seized as evidence to be used in conjunction with an ongoing AW investigation. Offender's personal effects have been sent to research for analysis. After being cleared by Bureau researchers, all victims have been released. Biannual surveillance orders are assigned to each, except the Anderson brothers, due to their senility, whatever, and Wake, possibly deceased. So this guy did stuff to Alan Wake before the Bright Falls thing happened, maybe? Alright, so apparently...
Whoa. Looks like the house has gotten a little wild in here.
Dude, the house be wildin', man. Service tunnel. The hell?
This darkness is blocking the door. So now I have to deal with an interdimensional noise and sentient shadows.
Looks like it. Even a powerful light source. Like that.
Light burns it away, huh? Makes sense.
What if I want to go in here first? There. Is it just light? Light? Interesting. Okay, well, I'm gonna go back here. I get up here, or do I have to go? Oh. Oh, we do have to go around because there's nowhere to go over here. Right. Very well, we shall go through the darkness. Do I need to bring this little buddy with me here? This guy's had a bad time. He's been slurpified. Oh. There's shit going on in there. Alright, this part isn't even on the map. I just dropped something. I really want to pick them both up. Bad guys in here by any chance? These guys can be really quiet when they want to. Sneak around like quiet as fuck. Oh, would these have turned into the guys if I didn't destroy them all? Are they incubating to turn into dudes? That'd be kind of cool. Interesting. Give me that light. I can't see. Anything else hiding around? What did I see? Light, let there be. Interesting. All right. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I heard him singing. Doing like this. Claim the control point. So dark. There's a light, but it breaks eventually, huh? Nothing back there. Files, fire break, operation center, investigation. Can't go back through here, as far as I can tell. Can't make my way through. Couches. I have to go this way. It seems like this is going to be a boss fight.
The third thing. The sound made darker, the darkness made louder. Hartman was stretched, like a worm through time. The third thing was a monster. Now we crashed out of darkness toward Faden.
Oh. Alright, back up. I have a feeling this is gonna be a gotta use the lights. The spoopiness has grown. It's increased. However, I think that's going to be a good spot to stop before we do this potential boss fight, running around and trying to turn on lights. It looks like I'm thinking it's a darkness-based enemy, so I think it's probably that. But I think that's probably a pretty good spot to stop, hop off, and I can come at it fresh tomorrow or someday soon. Try and figure my way through there. Well, anyway, there was a lot of info, a lot of miscellaneous lore that time around. That was fun. I like learning the story of this game. Hopefully you do too, and I will catch you all next time. Bye everyone.